Okay, so after understanding two types of function, which is default and parameterized, let's understand what is anonymous function now. Anonymous function in Python programming. Okay, so what is anonymous function? Anonymous means nameless. Okay, so any function without name is basically called anonymous function. So you can say function without name. Function without name is called anonymous function, or you can say nameless functions are called anonymous function. Nameless functions are called anonymous functions. Now the thing is, if the function has no name, how we can call it? Okay, and without calling a function, we can't execute it also, no? So let's talk about that. Now, to create an anonymous function, we need to use lambda expression for that. If you already have some knowledge about Java, you understand about lambda. If no, then don't worry about it, you'll understand. So lambda is just expression here, which we are going to use to create our anonymous function. Okay, it's super easy. Just give me 1 minute of your time and you will easily understand it. Okay, so let me compare it first. Okay, I want to create a function to add two numbers. How we can do this? Traditionally, we can do it like this: def add for a and b. Because I want to add it, I can say return or print a plus b. That's it. Okay. Now, the thing is how we can create an anonymous function to add two numbers. First of all, if you have a and b, what we expect? A plus b. Just do the same thing. If we have a and b equal to what we expect? A plus b. That's it. How we can do this? By using lambda. This is the only way by which you can create one anonymous function. The same thing converted into this one. That's it. Okay. This is your parameterized function and this one is your anonymous function. You can see we have no name of any function. It is a nameless function. Okay. Let's do it in the programming part. So first of all, if I have a and b colon, I expect a plus b. Sorry, it's not equal to. I'm really sorry. It's colon. Okay. It's colon. Okay. So if you have a and b, I expect a plus b. And how we can do this? By just using lambda. Make sure the spelling will not mistake. Okay. Now, when you're going to run this code, obviously it will not execute. Why? Because we just define it. We are not calling it. So, let's store it into a variable. I'm using a variable called t. Now, let's print it because every time you want to execute anything in the output screen, you need to use print statement. T, you can define the functions here, the actual arguments here. We have two formal arguments, so two actual arguments are there. In A, we got 5, in B, we got 6. By using this variable, now you can call the function and you can see the output 11. Okay, same way. I want to multiply three numbers together. So I can do it like this. If I have A, B, and C, what I expect? A cross B cross C. Okay, you can use any other variable name here. It's totally up to you. I'm using an X. And then I want to print X. I want to multiply 2, 7, and 3. Okay, let's run this code. Oh, sorry. Without lambda, it is not possible. Okay, so if I have A, B, and C, I expect A cross B cross C by using lambda. Let's store it into a variable and you can see it like this. Run this code and you can see the output here. So this is how you can work here. Okay, I hope you easily understand how we can do it. Now let's comment it out. Now I want to create an anonymous function to print my name only. So we can do it like this. If I have a name variable, I expect to print my name. So I expect to print my name. Okay. Maybe I'm using a print function also that we don't need to use print. Okay. Let's put it into a variable called n suppose, and let's call this function. That's it. So if we have name, I expect printing Malika. Okay, is to into a and we can do it by just using lambda. That's it. Store it into a variable and call it like this. Run this code and you can see the output. So one missing argument. Let's put here the value. Let's type here anything, like suppose here, for now I'm using here A, okay? And you can see here Malika. Okay? So it's totally up to you how you want to use it. Okay? I hope this part is clear, everyone. Okay, so if you have one parameter, always print Malika. So we have one parameter, A, it print Malika. If I'm writing it 1, you can see, run this code and it will take the same thing. Why? Because I'm printing here. I'm not putting any value. I just want to print something, which is Malika. Okay, so this is how we can use anonymous function. I hope this part is clear. Okay, so after understanding all these type of function, now let's talk about what is scope of function. Okay, again, that is super easy. Let's understand it. So for that, suppose I'm going to ask you some questions here. Suppose in A, I have 9. What will happen if I'm going to run this code? It will print 9 in the output screen. No? Let's see. Okay, good. Now the next thing is, what if I have a function here? Like def f1, okay, and I just want to print a, the value of a. Now what will happen? Yes, you are. It will give you nothing. Why? Because we just define the function, we are not calling the function. And we just assign the value, we are not printing it anywhere. So run this code and you can see we have nothing. Okay. Outside the function, I want to print the value of a once again. This time, this is, we are just defining the function, we are calling it, so it will not execute, but print a will print the value of a from here, which is 9. Run this code and you can see the output. Now the next thing is, okay, what if I'm writing it like this? A is equal to 90. Now what will be the output? Let's see. In this case, when we're going to run this code, in A we have 9, then F1. We just define the function, we are not calling the function. Here we want to print the value of A. Okay, value of A is 9. So it print the value of A. Run this code. And the value of A is 9 here. Correct? Let's see some more thing. What if I'm going to call this function F1? Now what will happen? In this case, first of all, in A we have 9. We defined a function here. We are calling it also. Okay, we are calling this F1 function. So A is equal to 90. Now print A. Now print A. Which A value it will print? 9 or 90? It will print 90. Why? Because this one is called outer function or global variable here. And that global variable we can use inside the function, outside the function both. Let me show you. Suppose this, I don't have A equal to 90. In this case, what will happen? This is your called global variable. Sorry, global variable. Okay. Now the next thing here we have is, okay. Now the next thing here we have is, when you're going to run this code, we're calling this function. We're calling this F1 function, and it print the value of A. Here we just have A here, and because it is a global variable, we can use this global variable inside the function or outside the function both. So it print the value of A, which is 9 because it's the next line. Now again print the value of A. So outside the function, we have a equal to 9 only. We print 9 again, once again, and because will be next line. Let's see. Run this code. And the output is, you can see 2 times 9. Okay, now, suppose I'm using here a is equal to 100 this time. Now what will happen? Please just try to find out the answer. Okay. In the meantime, let me tell you what will be the output. So in A, we have 9, which is the global variable. In A is equal to 100, which is the local variable. This is the local variable and this one is the global variable. Now, let me tell you one thing. A global variable can be accessed anywhere in the module. We can use it inside the function or outside the function both. But a local variable can only work inside the function only. We can't use it outside the function. Okay. So, a is equal to 9. We define a function f1. We are calling it also. So, here in a equal to 100. Okay. And we can use it only inside the function. Print a. So which value of it is going to print it? 9 or global or local? So always it prefer local one, which is 100. So it prints 100. Cursor will be next line. Again print A. This print A is outside the function. So this we can't access. So it gives you 9 only. And cursor will be next line. So this will be the answer. Let's see. Run this code. And you can see the output here. 109. Okay. Now what I want to know, suppose I want this a is equal to 100 as a global variable. Now, what happen if this 100 is global variable? In this case, it prints 2 times 100. Why? Print a 100. Outside the function also, I want to use this 100. If it will happen only when this 100 becomes a global variable. Let's see how we can do this. So that we can do it like this. We have a keyword here called global by which you can convert this local variable into a global one. Run this code and you can see the output here. 100 and 100. Why? Because in A we have 9, which is the global one, which is the global variable. Now, F1, you are going to call the F1 function. We have global A. That means this A converts into a global variable. A is equal to 90. And because A is global, and the value of that means it indicates this variable. Now the value changed from 9 to 100 because a is again a global variable. So this converts into 100. Now print a, the value of a is 100, cursor will be next line. Print a. Now the value of a is 100. Now it is not anymore 9. So 100, cursor is the next line. Okay. So 2 times 100 will be there. You can see the output. So you can convert your local variable into global by just using a global keyword. Now what I want to use local as well as the global variable inside a function simultaneously. Let's see how it is possible. So, first of all, local we can use directly. You can see here. Now I want to use a global variable inside the function simultaneously. And I want to change the value also. So here a is equal to 100, which is the local one. Which is the local one. Now, suppose if I have multiple global variables are there, I want to access these global variables inside the function. Let's see how we can do this. So for that, we have a function called globally, which we can use. Maybe it's globals actually. Globals. Okay, I just forgot the name. Okay, the globals function always returns you a dictionary where it contains all the global variable in it. That means when you're going to run this code, it gives you the dictionary of all the global variable we have of this module, which indicates A, B, and C as well. Let's see. So I want to print it. run this code and you can see the answer here. These are all the global variables here. Just check it out here. A is equal to 9, B 20, C 30. A 9, B 20, C 30, which are the global variables. Okay. Now, the next thing here is I want to access the global variable inside the function now. So let's store it into a variable, okay, which gives you the global, all the global variable from here. I just want to extract suppose the value of b here, which is also a global variable, no? So I'm using it like this. G is equal to globals. And then from this G, I want to get the value of b. And let's print it out. Let's run this code. And you can see here, we are able to get this, this 20 from here. This is the outer part. Okay. And this is the global variable. Run this code. You can see here. So local one is 100. Global one, the value of B is 20. And then outside value of A is 9, which is again the global one. Now I want to extract the value of A here. And you can see 100, 9 and 9. Why? So we are extracting the local as well as the global variable inside the function. So you can do it like this. It's totally up to you how you want to use it. Okay. I hope you understand the scope of variables inside a function. Thank you.